Hello, I'm Jacob Fairmont, and here on behalf of Onvoi Interactive, my company, we're going to make a quick presentation to clarify what we've done, what we're working on, and how we're going to transformationally impact and change forever the entertainment industry and the media landscape as a whole. What we've developed is a platform, an entertainment platform. And what it is, it's a hardware box. And here's a physical prototype. And we're working on all the semiconductors. We got all the microchips, everything that's needed for it to work. And it's going to be easily installed underneath the TV set. And what's going to happen is it's going to revolutionize entertainment because for the first time in entertainment history, consumers are going to have a choice. Because with a proprietary remote control, they're going to hit the top button, the bottom button, and they're going to have an interactive say in how the stories on the screen turn out. What are the endings going to be? What should the theme be? What should the character go to this environment or this other environment? For the first time in entertainment history, Onvoi Interactive will allow for consumers to choose, have choice in interactive storytelling, in the adventures on the screen. And it's enabled through hardware technology that is unique, proprietary, and is smarter than cable. Because cable was passive entertainment. We sat back on the couch and we watched it and we got depressed. And then the streaming companies only offer the same thing. Passive entertainment. Sit back on the couch and let someone else make the decisions for you. Now here's the big distinction. Interactive is going to be a gigantic industry going forward. They used to think that, but they got it all wrong. Big technology, big media, big entertainment. A lot of the companies folded interactive. Here's why. They viewed it like a phony scam where it would be virtual reality. It's not that. Onvoi Interactive is as simple as a 2 push-button remote control and a hardware box installed underneath the TV set where original entertainment content will, for the first time in entertainment history, in media history, give consumers the ability to choose. Should character go here or there? Should the story be a happy ending or a sad ending? What will the next chapter be? Consumers will be empowered more than ever because of the proprietary original technology developed by Onvoi Interactive. Now, you explain to me how in 2021 this technology has still not been developed. What is going on in the marketplace that for so many decades upon decades upon decades upon decades, simple technology that we've already figured out cannot be enabled? And they'll tell you, get on the government track. And they'll tell you, get a second degree. And they'll tell you, get a job with a company, but the companies don't hire people. And this is why I'm so passionate about Onvoi and Onvoi Interactive, my company. Because we have developed a prototype, and it's as simple as, it can be an HTML5 interactive game that appears on a television set. That's how simple it could be. But we could develop audio-visual opportunities, visual graphics that are actually stunning and modern age, unlike a lot of what the other competitors out there are doing, if we were able to get financial capital to enable a company that would employ thousands, that would set a new record in terms of innovation. But what is going on, and it's not just an American problem, it's a global problem. First of all, we have a society that's allergic to making money, and that is allergic to the concept of capitalism altogether. Capitalism has been demonized. The idea of capitalist pursuits, investments in new companies, innovative companies, offering new things for consumers, it's been demonized. No one rewards it. Look at our education system. Are the business schools going to close down? Are the business schools going to keep promoting essentially non-business? No one's getting hired. And I'll tell you something else. They're not making that much money. So do we have a private sector? We do. It's up to new companies to make the difference. Because the old companies, who we always read about in the newspaper, they haven't done their part. They failed society. And it's that simple. They were a brand that didn't have good intentions. But let's stay on a positive note, a good note, a healthy note, an uplifting note, a wholesome note. We have technology that for the first time in entertainment history will enable consumers, customers, where through practical technology we can install a hardware box that's super easy to install. I'll show it to you again. It's this size. And we have the semiconductors that we can program it with. But it's about scaling it in terms of producing many, many units of it. But no one will fund it. And they can blame it on crisis A or crisis B or the pandemic or a decline in the market. They can blame it on a Democrat leadership. They can blame it on Republican leadership. But for decades has innovation and technology and the development of new ideas that would be good for consumers, good for shareholders, good for everyday families. Has that concept gone, is it extinct? Or is this still possible? Onvoi Interactive, my company, still believes it can make a dramatic difference if the right financial capital groups get their, I want to be polite, get with the times and acknowledge that what we've invested in the past hasn't been all that good. How many times if we poll consumers and we ask them, are you happy with the state of entertainment? Are you happy with the state of media? How many of them would say, yeah, I love it. It's all fantastic. Very few. Well, first of all, it has to do with wholesome, uplifting, positive themes. How much of the entertainment is just deliberately negative for the sake of being negative? And it introduces themes to the viewing audience, the audience, that they don't lead by example because they set bad examples for viewers and consumers. And then that becomes a reality in their lives. Well, we're making a positive, healthy difference because for the first time in, I would say, human history, entertainment and media history, we're not going to let the presenters of the content, the programming, just say, watch what we put on, and you have no say, and you have no choice. And you can flip channel by channel by channel with a different remote, but with this one, we're going to enable interactive content. Where for the first time in media entertainment history, consumers are going to be able to choose the adventure on the screen. And it's going to enable new industries. We need new industries in the United States and eventually in all 7 continents because we have reached a point of apathy, cynicism. What we see, we don't like. What's given to us, we disagree with. We are fundamentally good people. We want healthy things to think about. We want practicality in our lives. And this isn't, and I'll tell you the problem. anyone that's ever even remotely thought about interactive in the past, they weren't serious about it. Because it would be a bunch of goggles that you would wear. Or it would be virtual reality. And what did that mean? And hundreds and billions of dollars went into virtual reality stuff when no consumer got a tangible benefit. So Onvoi Interactive has the opportunity to eventually, the way I see it, if we have a merit-based economy, and the United States, we should be the pioneers. We should be at the forefront of entrepreneurship, capitalist endeavors, innovation, ingenuity. This could be a publicly listed company eventually on the NASDAQ market worth hundreds of billions of dollars. If the financiers and the people in charge of venture capital got a wake-up call and said, are we going to keep doing the same stupid things? It's not about disruption. It's about giving consumers something good to do. And it's about allowing market trends to be allowed to happen. And it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. Now, I have one more comment, and it's this. It's not coming to me right now, but hold on. Let me explain just what's going to happen with Onvoi and Onvoi Interactive. It's not just about a direct-to-consumer opportunity. It's not just about the hardware electronic box, the little box underneath the TV set. We've also developed, innovated, unique technology where a charging station could allow for what we call a keypad device, the 2 push-button remote control, proprietary remote control with 2 buttons. It can be charged in the home with the charging station. And I'll have to show that. I've already showed it in other videos. But everything's moving too slow. And it's been moving too slow for too many decades. We can charge it in the charging station in the home. And there's an opportunity for consumers in the living rooms, families in the living rooms to experience wholesome, practical, uplifting, good, positive, not deliberately negative entertainment, but good entertainment, well-meaning entertainment. They experience it in the living room, and for the first time, my company is going to offer them a choice in the storytelling, a choice in how the adventures and the endings of the content, the entertainment content on the screen turns out. It's going to empower audiences in a direct, simplistic, user-friendly way. And not only that, with the charging station, we're experimenting with new lithium-ion battery opportunities, advancements and innovations in terms of the battery packs, where eventually that 2 push-button keypad device, the Onvoi keypad device, could be charged at home, and the consumer could enjoy interactive experiences and interactive storytelling in the living room, charge the remote control, and then bring it to an interactive movie theater. Here's the tremendous financial upside to Onvoi and our vision of interactive cinema. How many decades ago did the big studios, the fancy Hollywood studios, how many decades ago did they give up on mom and pop movie theaters? And you can blame it on Crisis 1, Crisis 2, Republicans, Democrats, pandemics, global shifts, Excuse me, it's been decades. The attendance in movie theaters has not been optimal. It has not been ideal. Not as many people are being able to enjoy a movie theater experience in a movie theater setting. Well, my company has the potential to enable interactive cinema. The hardware box that's installed underneath the TV set in the living room, and we have the semiconductors. We have it ready to go. I just can't display the technology on the World Wide Web. What is going on? And I've been working on this for years. What is going on? The same or similar technology, we call it an interactive receiver unit, can be installed in the projection room of a movie theater. And this, for the first time in entertainment history, will enable consumers to bring a remote control, and they'll have a choice as far as how the stories turn out on the screen, on the big picture, on cinema, in theaters. It's never been done before. What are we waiting for? I've been working on this for years. I'm still not funded. I've been trying to get hired for years. I still haven't been hired. But blame crisis A, crisis B, pandemic. Excuse number one. Excuse number two. No, my friend. All 330 million Americans, and it's a global issue. Any other continent will tell you the same thing. There's been a neglect. There's been a neglect of the consumer, and there's been a neglect of the American worker. So we're going to fix it. But what it's going to take is new companies with bold thinking. And it's not bold for the sake of being bold. It's more like, are we not fixing problems? Do we not have a solutions-based society? Are we going to keep repeating ourselves like clockwork endlessly into a tepid economic result? Or are we going to create new economies, new industries, new companies that genuinely want to hire people, that are genuinely committed to hiring people, and developing new innovative products and new advancements in terms of technology and entertainment and media altogether? Are we asleep at the wheel? Are we trying? Do we care? All 330 million Americans, they read the news headlines, and what do they say to themselves? Nobody cares. Is it broken? Are people trying to fix it? I am. I hope others are too. I'm Jacob Fairmont. Thank you very much for listening, and on behalf of my company, Onvoi and Onvoi Interactive, I very much hope we are going to see, and we will. We're going to see these technological advancements become a reality and almost a new standard in the marketplace. God bless the United States of America, and thank you for listening.